You know what? It's Adam Post here, publisher of College of the Dead, publisher of more than 1,000 comics books, someone who loves the ComicsGate crew. And we are here with Rob, creator of Replicator. Rob, how's it going?
Good, mate. How are you? Thanks for having me on.
You know what, guys? It's the last few hours right now of the Replicator Remastered campaign.
Yeah.
And I really want to make sure we got a chance to just kind of come on, let everybody know, whoever can help to kind of share the stream, definitely share Rob's link for Replicator Remastered. And also, if you can back the campaign, wow, that's a huge help because we just want to get those numbers up. Rob is one of those guys producing great comics for ComicsGate. He's also helping us find great talent like Aaron Alfecci.
Yeah.
Now, he did your first issue, correct?
Second issue.
Did the second issue,
Yep.
and then he was snatched up by your boy Zach. Now,
Yeah.
that happens, but that happens in publishing. But you know what? If we didn't have guys like Rob trying to find amazing talent and bring them to the ComicsGate group, then Aaron wouldn't have had that opportunity, realistically, and wouldn't have been making great comics for your boy Zach, which supports all of ComicsGate. It's all of what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
All right. Now ComicsGate has the touch and they have the power, and there's a song that goes along with that. But first, we want to say hi to the chat, and then we might get into that song a little bit because we're just going to have fun. It's all about having a good time, supporting Replicator, and having some laughs. And I think we're going to have some other cool guests jump in, even though Rob is so cool. I'm effing freezing over here. Okay. Justin McClure, always good to see you. Oh, to you too. Wow, you always know what to say, Justin. I mean, he's got a thing. The Adam Post-Apocalypse, zombies up in your business. That's right. We got some good things going on. But good to see you, Unexpected Geek Enemy Nemesis. Mo Biggs, Mo Betta. Mo Biggs writes about 44 to 54% of what I say. Sometimes he runs out of things to tell me. And hey, I can't count on him all the time to write everything I say, but he always comes up with clever stuff. We love him. Blue Sea Hill is going to be publishing his own book soon. Great to see Blue Sea Hill. The thing that would make this day, though, that much more special is if Liam Gray would show up and just start singing We Are Family or something like that. Oh. Wait a minute. There's Liam Gray right there.
You can't afford my cover charge. How's everyone doing?
Good. You know that song, We Are Family?
No, I can't sing. It's
all right.
It's a crime in 13 different nations. So,
or provinces, because you guys don't have counties and things like that over there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There you go. All right. Hey Adam. Hey Rob from I Borrow Ideas. Great artists steal. That's what Salvador Dali said. Is that right, Liam?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good artists copy. Great artists steal. Excellent. El Gargoyle, Hail Postman, and Hail. You got a Kiwi on. I got 2 Kiwis for the price of 1.
We're Kiwis? Are we?
Let's have some fun. Yeah. Ain't you guys from well, is it that something to do with Australia? Or is that New Zealand?
No, that's like New Zealand, man. That's racist. You being racist.
To us, it's kind of all the same.
Canadian.
Oh, how do you like that? How do you like that?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, El Gargoyle. Who knew you'd be so controversial? Usually you're like just a cool guy. Like, oh, it's El Gargoyle. He's putting out a comic in a couple months. He's a great guy. It's like, no, now he's really devastating the guests. We got
now.
Back again. We got 2 key. Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at that. That's all right, El Gargoyle. You throw down and show them what it's all about. I wish Joe Frago was here, or at least not. Oh, not Joe Frago. Hey, how you doing, Not Joe? Hail, Adam Post. I agree with that logic. Good to see you, Ed. We're always having fun, and Ed's there as often as he can be. El Gargoyle, you're causing devastation. The thing that would make this get-together a real serious gangster party would be if Vinny Art showed up. Ain't nothing but a gangster party. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ain't nothing but a gangster party.
Is that Vinny or is that Frank?
Vinny, we got to sell some comics. We got to sell I don't know. We need like 30 backers, like immediately. What do we do?
Oh, quickly send them over to Through the Woods first.
All right, everyone. Wait a minute.
Need as many.
That's not. I was sending them to Xenotype first. I mean, it's all
we've got time. We've got time. People can
ComicsGate.
check out Xenotype after they check out Through the Woods, because Through the Woods is only open for a limited amount of time.
Yeah, we got three days left.
Generally, all of that is a very solid investment because when you buy and back ComicsGate projects, you get more ComicsGate projects from cool people. Liam is cool people. We like backing him. Replicator
right.
Rob is really interesting guy, and I want to see what he does next. And we actually thanks to Liam. Yeah, and he's done some strange things, but nice stuff. And thanks to Liam, we got to figure out in another stream like what the hell a replicator actually does. We'll talk about that again too, in case people haven't seen it. Now we are freaking somebody out. We don't want to stress you out. We don't. You look stressed out from your picture, guy from Red Bank. Guy, stop stressing me out all over the comic book. Will Replicator Remastered be on demand? I mean, probably, because Replicator Remastered is a remastered version of another release that he kind of already did. So are we gonna stay in demand, or is it a secret?
I don't know. We'll just wait and find out.
In other words, yes, but just please buy it today. All right, you know what I'm saying? Guy from Red Bank. Yeah, just retweet this. I mean, it's gonna be Replicator Remastered yet again pretty soon, which is fine. It's a beautiful book.
That Avatar's that little Didio guy, whatever his name is, from Mountain Dew, right? Or 7-Up, whatever it was.
Let us all stop and hail the king of boners.
Hail
Boner King. That's Vinny. That's Vinny. That's going out to Vinny the Boner King, the man who is not ashamed to make your boner do stuff. All right.
Oh my.
Exactly.
I make everybody happy.
He makes everybody happy.
Unlike
some of our friends from War Campaign, Ro Kabira at the top, he is not doing it for his own personal sexy interests. He does it just to make us happy. Although I think Ro does it to make everybody happy too. Turn your camera on, Vinny. Oh, Justin wants to see what you got. All right, when you can.
I mean, how do we actually know it's Vinny and not Frank?
Yeah, I got some work. Frankie, he was part of the Replicator program.
Oh, Frank. Yeah, Frankie is sort of like a copy of Vinny in a way.
Quick, he's gonna pop up. He's gonna pop up behind Adam's sofa.
What's the clown nose thing? Why does he have a clown nose, your brother?
It's how you can tell them apart.
It's a gimmick.
So you can tell them apart. Oh, to make it look like it's not a clone.
All right. Hair. That's good
Guy
enough.
from Red Bank says, stress all over my ComicsGate comics. All right. I'd love
well,
to
it's better than the libs crying all over them, I suppose. So
yeah.
At least
your priorities are straight. Don't worry about anything else in the world. Just concern yourself and your anxiety with your ComicsGate comics. And when you make your own ComicsGate comics, you can stress over those, and that will be stressful for you. But we're going to do a stress release episode, an anti-anxiety episode one of these days. All jokes aside, there are ways to just kind of make yourself chill and have a good time. And I'm a little practiced in that, and we got to do that one of these days. I want to see you guys having a good time and being enthusiastic and feeling good, because there's a lot to feel good about in this world, no fucking matter what. Galgazar Gazarian says remastering the remastered remaster with that name on top of that. So extra bonus points to me. There's a lot going on. This whole stream is boner fuel. It's not supposed to be, because we haven't shown. Maybe this art.
It's pure calcium, baby.
Yeah, it is. It's boner fuel. You put this right in your boner, and bing, bang, boom, you're good to go. New Zealand is the Canada of Australia. Oh, wow. Deadwood Dale is everywhere. Thank God for Deadwood Dale. Deadwood Dale, remind Vinny he wants to have you on a stream.
Yeah, I think I'm doing one later. So, yeah, he's definitely invited.
Yeah, you're definitely invited, Deadwood Dale. You would be invited to this stream, but I don't want your preview to be anywhere but Vinny's. Vinny can handle you. He knows how to deal with jokers. Ask him how he straightened me out one day. I needed it. I got it. We settled business. Everything is okay. But
yeah, I slapped you around a bit, but it's all good now.
Yeah, we handled it. We handled it.
It's that New York. You know.
Hail, comrades. Hail, comrades. That's from our friend Commie Mark. Hail the panel.
Commie's here.
I like that we have so much.
We're all brothers here, and including the commies.
Just because we share girls, it doesn't mean anything bad's going on. Hail the panel. Well said, Commie Mark. I can't wait till Commie Mark's book ships. It's King Zung Il Sun Sil, and
You know,
it's
he's already
on-
made over $1 million on that thing in that weird Korean money. You know,
That weird-
he's just flaunting it around. He's just strutting around with a boa and shit on and his
You know
big
what-
rockstar glasses because he's a
you know what,
millionaire
Liam?
now. Like the rest of
You
us
know
are
what I-
struggling.
You know what I really admire about Comic Mark with this project that he did, because I asked him about it directly, and he told me directly. He's like, "Listen, seriously, yes, he has more commercial projects coming up, but on this first one, he kind of wants to understand all the dynamics. He knows he can't learn everything until he puts his first book out. He'd like to show people he can deliver, and that is very conservative, responsible thing to do, especially for a dirty communist. But just the same, he did send out like 800 or so free not Daredevils to people that requested a comic. Mark, you have to
I
go
get it, but
collect
the money's going to the communist head, though. You know what I mean? Like he's the $1 million communist now. He's got all of that crazy Korean money in.
He's gonna do significant money, man, on the next on his next book. I could spend all day on the chat and never even talk about Replicator. But
listen, he's gonna be beating people with his pimp cane.
Exactly, it's out of control. He's got all that crazy Korean dollary dues, and because they quarantined their country from the coronavirus, their dollar's going to go up and everyone else is going to go down, and he's going to be sitting there laughing. He's going to be surrounded by bears, and he's going to have that fuzzy hat and those big glasses.
I hope someone's writing all this down because the predictions from Liam Gray could definitely possibly come true.
Yeah,
El Gargoyle says, "It's not gay if you don't make eye contact on the artist himself." I think that's related to the boner fuel. Hail the chat. Guy from Red Bank is having a good time. And by the way, when you're laughing, you can't be stressing. So keep that in mind.
That's right, brother. That's right. Yeah. Welcome to the chat. Welcome. We're glad to have you here.
Laughing brothers. All right, he's saying disgusting things. All right. Hail Kami Raz. Okay, Deadwood Dale. Deadwood Dale is getting ready. He's got his evil strategies all plotted out. Plot out some more and launch them on Vinny tonight. I'm having a great time with the ComicsGate comics. They are better than the big corporate Marvel DC. We are, because we have heart. You know, you can't put a price on heart. Vinny, how much for a heart?
The black market can, but it's pretty high. So,
Vinny, how much for a heart? Seriously, you have connections. No fucking coronavirus, by the way. I want a coronavirus free.
Yeah, what's corona-free heart? Fresh off the slate. Yeah.
Thank you, Corona. So you are paying attention. I'm down to stream late. All right, Deadwood is down. That is going to be an event. You should definitely just book that as the Deadwood Dale stream. It's going to be nuts. Because everyone knows Deadwood Dale. You know what I mean? Of course you know what I mean.
He's fucking awesome.
El Gargoyle probably even prevents. All right, he's just really like losing his mind. I thought he was like a normal guy, El Gargoyle. As long as you're having a good time. All right, any questions while Adam rants? Now, literally questions about anything because Rob was so specific. So if you want to know like cures, lottery ticket numbers, name it.
What about Adam, your key card information, like your credit card information?
Guys,
that like?
All of this stuff that you're saying is like eye contact. It's not gay if the balls are. It's all gay. It's accepted. You know what I mean?
You know what? I'm going to put a picture of myself. I think in all my next in my campaign when I fulfill. That way, you have the guilt of me looking at you, or you could look longingly into my eyes as you have fun with your books.
Yeah, the Boner King.
So Rob, is Replicators done? Are you going to be fishing around for new artists after this and continuing it on? Because I know that you said you won't be able to go with your traditional artist. What's the future of this property?
I've got a new artist. His name, or I've got a new penciler at this stage. His name is William War Reyes.
I want to steal that guy. Everybody steal that artist.
Yeah, please do it to me again. That'd be great.
We gotta wait till he can see that he can complete a book, and then we'll double his rate.
Hang on.
We gotta get Zach on the line.
Now, did you sample? Oh, we're getting some. Is that number going up or down? Or never mind. It looks like it's going up. Get that number up, guys. 231 backers. We're trying to get to at least 300. Share the stream. Share Replicator.
So Rob, this is page 3. Page 3 from issue 3 over here, Adam. If you want to share the screen,
I'm dying to. Hold on. Oh yeah, I was just looking to see if you had. All right, add to the stream. Boom. All right, so that's your artist.
Yeah.
He actually is really good.
Yeah, it's just pencils.
His faces remind me of someone, Vinny. Well, who does he draw faces like? Where have I seen that before?
Scroll back up a little bit. I see a little bit of like maybe early Nick Bradshaw. A little bit of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's good.
He's amazing. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, great layouts.
Yeah.
Really, really nice. And he's drawing issue 3. How many pages is issue 3?
28.
That's good. You don't skimp.
28 across all 3 issues so far. So I'll try and keep that up.
Try and keep it consistent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. So that's when is that book going to come out? Hopefully
soon. Like, I want to, once this is done, I'm going to just start promoting my YouTube and the sign up list for it. That's what I'll do, like, full time. And then, maybe 3 to 6 months, if that will be good to go. Okay.
And you're trying to get as much of it done as possible before you launch?
Yeah. Like, the first issue, I had huge troubles with the artist. Like, it took forever, and I don't want to be in that situation again. So I'm lucky enough, well, not lucky, but I've put myself into a position now where I can pay for the art up front and then recoup it once it's back.
That's great.
Yeah, it's so much easier doing it that way and so much less stressful for me personally. So
guys, it's so incredibly much easier to do it that way because obviously if you're trying to raise money to fund the artwork, it's very understandable and that happens all the time. But if you have the book complete, oh my God, just being able to spend all your time on promoting and then making luxurious choices. Like right now, I was speaking with my designer about College Day graduation day today, and she had some really cool ideas. And I'm going to get to approve, it's just ridiculous. Like, we are not slapping the book together. We're spending a lot of extra time on just even the design and the layout. And even with all that, I'll still have, should be in 2 weeks, I should have printed test copies, which is great. So you can to be able to show the book like Vinny has been doing. Do you have a book you can show us? I don't know if you can go on your camera. Your Through the Woods book.
It's like a.
Not here. Whenever you have time.
And that's the secret. And that's the secret to the Burning King's success. He works like a slave. He works like a dog, and he's got product that he can show, and he can ship it out as soon as it's done, ready to go. So he bypasses one of the biggest complaints and criticisms ComicsGate has had, which is, where's my book? Where's my this book? Where's my monkey book? Where's my frog book? Where's my cheese moon book? They can't say that because it's sitting there on their patio. You know what I mean? Ready to be read and enjoyed.
That's right. It's the equivalent of big dick energy.
Yeah.
It's that confidence of having it.
It's still gay, even if the balls don't touch. It's still. Please don't do it. And whoever told you that, just get over it. It's not true. It's not true. It's not true. I don't want people to be abusing Ed Filkins. He seems like a very nice guy.
Yeah, El Gargo play nice.
The Replicator, El Gargo's, he's cool people, but he gets crazy, right?
He's great people, but when he gets on a roll, man, he gets on a roll.
Yeah. All right.
He spares no one. Welcome, Captain Fuckhead.
Captain
Ed. Ted's here too. Everyone's turning out, and we've got Rob from the Replicator in the chat. It's good to see him showing up today.
Rob from the Replicator. We were just talking about your book, man.
Hey, it's great to see you.
That's how he looks without a beard, and that's pretty.
Oh, there's Clayton's here too. Clayton's in the chat. Hey, mate.
Oh, Clayton is the How to Draw Comics guy. Guys, subscribe to. Where is this guy? Oh my God, can you say something, Clayton? Where is he? Is he on here somewhere? Just say hi. It's me or something. There he is.
Someone that doesn't get a lot of attention is Mo Briggs, but they're always here in nearly every single ComicsGate chat. They've always got something really intelligent and insightful to say. So good to have you here, Mo, as well.
He scripts about 40 to 50% of what I say. A lot of times I'll just repeat what he says because it's interesting and it makes me sound smart. HowToDrawComics.net. This is Clayton. Clayton is ComicsGate. We established that last night in a stream. We made him say it. He's willing to do the initiations.
What's he working on?
He's working on a comic. He won't tell you what it is.
That's no good. Secret. That's useless to us.
But he will teach you. He used to do game design. He's an interesting guy. We'll get him on a stream too. He did game design and like scenery design or something, and like just whatever settings and character design. And he has a channel, How to Draw Comics, with like 30,000 subs, and he's been supporting a lot of us. So
fantastic.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He just was on last night.
We're gonna close out on his stream tonight, which should be cool. He drew this cover here, Adam. Both the remastered covers he drew.
Which ones? All right. This is yours.
Scroll down.
It's your screen.
Oh,
your Facebook? Is that something like that? Is there pornography on there?
He wants to dox all this private information.
All right, so it's on. Is it on this page? I'm going to scroll down.
Yeah, scroll down.
He did covers for you?
Yeah, man. He's super talented. He actually did a fan cover down here in Australia.
Seems like I could trick him. Is he cheap? Will he work cheap?
No, he won't work for me anymore. He's too focused now on doing his own thing. I've inspired him too much. He did that one, the blue one there.
Wait. Oh, this one?
Yep, that's his.
That's his art?
Yeah.
Oh,
yep.
We've all seen this a million times.
Mm-hmm.
You paid him double to make that red version of it, right?
Yeah.
All right, good. Yeah, always pay the artist double for just changing one color. No, only kidding. Make it fair. Whatever you guys are doing, make it fair. I'm sure you do, Rob. You have a great reputation in the community, and Clayton seems like a hell of a guy. Clayton, don't be shy about what you're doing, though. You gotta announce your project. Let's get a launch page up so we can start building a mailing list. And even though you have a huge following, you have to see what works for you. You have a unique situation, so. We have to figure out a little bit
of mailing list already. He's got about 10,000 people, I think. So,
well, maybe they're all like for what project? For secret project? So you got to get people invested in the project. So you sold this as 2 different variants. How did that go?
Yeah, good, man. Just the red cover is just everyone can get that, and then the blue cover is a signed variant, which is
okay. So the regular one is We'll just look at the tiers real quick. So there's the everything tier. Let's get back to that so we can describe the individual items and then go back to that. The Replicator 1 remastered.
Mm-hmm.
That is the regular cover.
Yeah, it's going to have text added to it, obviously, as well on the front.
Only 13 US. Okay, so not a virgin. She's been around.
Yeah, but the blue is going to be a virgin. So
okay. So Replicator 1 and 2, $26. Then the blue version is the limited edition Virgin Blue Plus.
Yeah, so you get the blue and you get the red and you get issue 2. The blue's going to be signed by both me and Clayton, and the red as well. Yeah.
All right, so the blue one is that plus is indicating signed? Is that what that means?
No, I can't even remember why I put the plus on there now.
I like it. Yes, Adam, it indicates signed. I like it. Yeah. All right, and then what is this original Craig Bruin?
He's an Australian artist. He did this Monster Riker chibi piece, and you can pick that up if you like. Original art. Gotta
love chibi. It's very cute.
Yeah, it is cool. I like it.
It is. Yeah, Mike is into that too. Mike Murphy is into chibi stuff. I know. Interesting. And what's the everything tier? You don't have your picture of your wife anymore with holding all the comics with the everything. No. Not after I made that comment.
Both copies of issue 2. You get both copies of the remastered issue 1, including the limited blue variant. You get 2 A3 posters, and then you get 5 prints. So,
wait a minute. What's the comment? What's the comment that you made, Adam? Because now I'm curious.
Well, because all right, now I can show this because this kind of actually gets me off the hook a little bit. There's another Replicator campaign. Not that we want to take people's focus away from this one, but I'll pull it up on another tab.
So that's the A3 poster print.
Nice.
And that's a standard print size. And then that's a comic size. So you can see they're big.
Nice.
This you guys missed out. This was from the other campaign.
A Man at Lunacy made me laugh.
What did he say?
Man at Lunacy. No, don't worry about it. But he's a funny guy. So,
okay.
So yeah, Replicator. You didn't answer my question. What's the future? You got a new guy, right? So we're expecting to see that relatively soon. How far into your story do you sort of have this developed in your mind? Like how many notes and stuff do you have? Like, are you planning for this to be ongoing, or do you have a closed end story?
I've got an end story I want to get to. It's going to take a little while to get there. Things have to play out and develop. till I get there. So it's going to be more than 10 issues. I'm not sure how many more, but we've got 3 and 4 pretty much done, like scripted wise. And then it's just, there's a lot of moving parts in the story. So I need to see how they play out as it goes. Like I know what's going to happen, but doing just a little intricacies and making sure everything lines up, because there's a few storylines that need to work together.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Lay
It's
it
awesome.
all out until,
funny.
until each one goes, each one happens.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you think that Liam is going around doing collections sometimes, just picking up money with that suit?
I know he is.
Yeah, because and he gets intense very quickly, you know.
Yeah.
So he could like really
He's
make
wearing
someone
a different suit
feel
today.
like they should
I like it.
Hey, we're tight. That's why. There's other reasons.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, Vinny is on camera.
We're like family, you could say.
Yeah, someone was right.
Say that.
ComicsGate family. I saw that earlier. I put that up. Absolutely. ComicsGate's a family business. Well, this
right.
is our thing. Oh, hey, Ted, thanks for putting my link in.
You know what? I was gonna keep it a secret, but we've got Captain. Oh God, you need a better marketable name. We've got Captain Fuckhead doing our flats right now to help speed up our process a bit. So I thought I'd give him a shout out. So if people want to see how he's doing, Spartan Scotsman's currently sort of taking him under his wing, teaching him what to do, and we're going to train him up into being a real full professional colorist probably by the end of the year.
Beautiful.
Wow. Yeah, he's a pretty good artist. He doesn't give himself enough credit.
Yeah.
So
he's a dependable guy too. He's a dependable guy.
Oh,
guy.
he's a lot of great things, really. He's a huge supporter of
ComicsGate. Really
so
I'll be on his channel on the 19th.
Oh, cool.
So,
CGU.
I'm closing out. I'm going to be doing a stream with him.
CGUK?
Yeah, for sure.
No. No, it's his show specifically.
The Between the Sheets or something?
Yeah, Between the Sheets.
Yeah, guys, look for that ComicsGate Between the Sheets. Best shit artist in CJ. He's referring to himself there.
We'll fix. It'll take. It took Odie 3 years to get as good as he is. Let's see what we can do with Cap in 3 years. So
no, he's getting there, and
he's got
real
the focus.
Huge supporter.
Yeah, he's got the focus. He's got the work ethic, and that's what I look for. You know, the fact that he's willing to do the work and can do it to the standard that we need. Lots of respect. You know, it's not an easy job, but he's helping carrying some of the load. And
he is definitely. He is a load carrier from the get-go, no doubt about it. Looking sharp, Liam. Don't put a hit out on me. Yeah, absolutely. You don't want Liam putting a hit on you, so you should back Xenotype.
Back Xenotype today. I want to get to 170. We're at 168 right now, guys. So if we can get 2 backers today, that'll make me very happy, and there won't be any accidents.
Nothing will happen. That shouldn't happen. It's Xenotype with an X. Xenotype. Xenotype.
Yeah.
Vinny, while we're at it, let's talk about a project that's very special to you, called College of the Dead.
The Dead too.
You knew that was coming.
Of course I do.
Oh, hold on a second.
That's an exciting property too.
I really, it's kind of like a little bit of ComicsGate history just watching Vinny promote Through the Woods. Yeah. So much exciting stuff going on with Through the Woods. Oh my God, we have 3 days. I really feel like we're going to hit that goal, which makes me very happy.
Yeah, I think so.
For sure.
Vinny, Through the Woods is a ghost story. Just while we're at it, let's talk a little bit about Through the Woods, the ghost story. You're knocking on wood, which is awesome. That's the hardcover that you guys are going to get when you back this campaign. I'm not even saying if you back this campaign, when you back this campaign.
When you back it, that's right.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? Yeah.
You didn't have to
that stretch goal was released. It was unlocked because of all the fans, man. Like, it wasn't going to be a hardcover from the get-go. It's all the fans wanted it. I said I'm going to do a crazy stretch goal. We reached it. And I'm losing money because you guys wanted this, so it's going to be a good thing. Yeah,
producing hardcovers ain't cheap. We've sold.
But that's the spirit. That's the spirit of ComicsGate. You know what? Give the fans what they want.
Absolutely. Man.
It's going to cost thousands of extra dollars to produce this book now, and it's going to just the printing and then the ship. They got to be shipped to Vinny, which is expensive with hardcovers, and then he's got to ship them out individually, which costs a fortune.
And the shipping's what kicks you in the teeth. It just comes in with a cricket bat and puts it right in the mouth. It's not a good thing, but it'll be worth it. Nearly 500 people have backed it right now. It's phenomenal. It's over 4,000%. Nearly 5,000%. It's gold. That's how hot this project is.
Liam, do you take a cricket bat with you when you go collect your Mafia monies?
I'm not much for sports. I'm not much for sports.
You see what he means?
Yeah.
He's not much for sports, but he's got use for a cricket bat, if you know what I'm saying. Just give him his fucking money already. Just give him his money. You want to know? Seriously, I knew this scary Mafia guy, and he was always really friendly with me because I hung around with another Mafia guy. This was in Brooklyn. And not recently. This is a few years, well, maybe 10 years ago. And,
maybe it was last week. You know, it was a while ago.
No,
no affiliation. No affiliation.
I used to work out. So in his gym in Brooklyn. So
yeah.
Anyway, so this guy Al was a really scary guy. He was like a captain or something like that in the Mafia. And Al did not curse, but he was so Mafia that you thought that he cursed.
I think I know that guy. That's the guy with the sort of curly hair and the ukulele, right?
Not that guy. Definitely not that guy. Vinny, do you know what I'm talking about from having been in New York? Like the Mafia guys who are so like hardcore that you think that they curse, but like this guy actually doesn't say curse words.
Listen, Adam, there is no Mafia.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. Back to Through the Woods. We got to run for some money through this campaign.
If you want to know where the bodies are buried, back through the woods.
Exactly. Some of them are in the woods.
It's the best book to back if there is a zombie apocalypse because it is hardcover.
That's right.
You can hurt people with that book. There's no question about it. And you can hurt people's feelings with a very emotional book, but you can't physically hurt them unless you have a Through the Woods hardcover collected edition to wail on them with.
Yeah, it can double as a shield and a bludgeoning tool, you know, in a crisis.
Yeah, don't forget, it's oversized. It's not just hardcover. It's a big book.
That's something that I think you should showcase a bit more, Vinny. Like, bring that up. Like, actually give that a solid. Can we like focus on him? Because the other day when we were looking at that, when we were looking at just how much bigger the book is, like that's like nearly 1.5 inches of extra size on that.
It's like more than 1.5 inches. That's what she said.
Wow.
Vinny, that's a standard comic size, 6 5/8 by 10 1/4. So it's 10 1/4, and it's 9 by 12. It's almost 2 full inches. Yeah, that is what she said. That is a much wider book.
Yeah, Vinny's Big Black Book is loved by everyone. It's hard. It's reliable. You know, it's I've run through the end of this joke, but I just wanted folks to see how big it was. You know what I mean? Because the other day on stream, I hadn't realized.
It's huge. So it's an 8.5 11 book, but that's the paper on the inside. You know, a hardcover is always got to extend out a little further than the paper on the inside. That's what it is.
For sure.
Paloderma 1 says, I don't have shit to do, meaning him or her. Vinny, give me a U-Haul truck and I'll deliver your books. That's a nice offer. I can't imagine very many people have taken you up on that offer. But it's very sincere. It's a very sincere offer to deliver Vinny's books. The printers don't actually usually let us show up at their place or anything. They're just like, listen, we're going to send them to you, okay? Because they've seen us on some of these streams.
Yeah.
So we have to kind of not. We're not allowed.
I've been pushing these guys hard too. I mean, Mixum is doing a great job with all this stuff, and the quality on this is insane. I mean, the binding, everything. You're gonna love this thing. But this is 98 pages. Like I said, we have 3 days left to hit the stretch goal. If I hit it, the 25K, you guys are going to be getting a free ash can. Anyone who backed up until the 19th, you're going to get a free 20-page book added on top of this.
And that's good.
If you backed it at the 35 tier, if you backed it at the highest tier, you're still going to get this awesome stuff. All these free gifts.
It's really, really cool. And look at this Kelsey Shannon piece that's going to be on the cover of that ash can. That's collecting all the stuff that was Through the Woods related from the drawing show you're on, right?
Yeah.
That's really, really cool, Vin.
Yeah, I'll show you. I did put it in the book as well, but it is going to be the cover to the sketchbook. So because again, the ash can is exclusive to my 60-day back, and that's going to end on the 19th. But after that, the only way like Kelsey's piece or to see it is going to be through the regular edition book anyway. But yeah, so I wanted to put that in there. because I don't think the ash can is going to be for anybody else. It's only for those early backers. So you're definitely going to want to get in on it.
What's happened with Kelsey Shannon? Has he disappeared from the face of the earth?
Listen, until this project is done, he's not allowed to talk.
Yeah, I think he's being replicated right now as we speak.
The guys buckled down. But if you guys have been keeping an eye on Allegiance Arts at Facebook, you'll see that a certain Mr. Brightweiser has been at the table drawing and posting pretty regular updates. We've got to see a bit more. We've got to see a bit more of Red Rooster, and so that's actually happening. And he's shared out 4 promotional pieces of art that I saw that were just sort of black and white inked of each one of the 4 books that I believe are now all original art. Like, I believe it's new. I don't think that it's stuff that had been previously done. So stuff's happening at Allegiance. They're moving. So power to him.
Yeah, he was streaming, I think, last night. He was showing some of the pages he was working on.
Yeah, I didn't click on the stream, but it said, like, not chatting, just streaming. I didn't have time to check it out.
Right. Yeah, I took a quick look. But yeah, and I got their books too. I mean, it's high quality. What they're putting out is really good. So yeah, it's taking time for Red Rooster, but it's going to get out there. They're hard workers.
Yeah, they'll get it done.
Sure.
They'll get it done. Ethan was talking a bit about that on a stream last night. We were just talking about how, once it gets behind, you get kind of demoralized as the artist. It's harder to even work on it. You feel bad about the whole situation, but yeah, he's definitely learned his lesson, I'm sure, and he will get that book done. And let's just hope he gets that book done and gets it out.
I said to him on Facebook, I said to him, mate, you're back at the table. Keep your head down, do the job. And he's been doing just that. It's been good to see. He'll get through there. Mitch is a good guy at heart, He's just got to get this stuff done. He's been, and I'm sure that you can relate to this as well, Adam, but he's been running a team instead of running his own work. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
keeping everyone else on track.
If I was trying to run a team, which I do run a couple of different teams like simultaneously, and we solve problems and stuff and produce new material. If I was trying to do that and linear creative work, that's like, okay, I've got to now spend, 300 hours.
8 hours a day.
That's a no. That's an absolute that's really practically impossible. You really have to train yourself to be able to switch between doing that sort of work. At one of my comics publishing businesses for a while, we owned a small printing plant while we were publishing. I was like, oh, you know what? We'll put a little money into this and we'll just have our own press and we'll get some of our own stuff done. It's such a different mindset. Like, talk about wearing different hats. It's completely different, and it was not at all worth doing. So you learn from experience.
Yeah, but listen to, I mean, even on behalf and all that stuff, what he's been doing, what he did, he still had to be transparent with everybody. If what he was doing was to make Allegiance and all that, he should have been crystal clear from the beginning. I'm not, pointing fingers. I'm not praising anyone either. I'm just saying, in order for things to work and for fans to keep supporting, be honest with them from the get-go. If you don't do that, who knows what's going to happen later on. Hopefully for Mitch and his wife that things are going to continually work out. I hope it does, because what they have is really good. What they put in place with Wall is amazing. It can help a lot of people as well. So I'm wishing them the best, but I have no idea what's been going on. I used to talk with them a while ago, years ago, before ComicsGate. So I do know that they are genuine and nice people, but how they handled this has been a little bit better.
The thing is, that's the benefit. That's just the benefit of you always communicate, always tell people what's going on, always, accept feedback, look at it from the other person's point of view. And you just wind up, that's one thing, like with Ethan, I've heard people criticize him. Out of the 30,000 orders he delivered, like occasionally someone pops up. I even had someone on a stream saying, hey, would you know how to get in touch with Ethan? Because I had a problem with one of my orders and I haven't heard back from them. And I was like, well, email them. And he's like, well, I did, but I didn't hear. It's like, well, one person ultimately can't fall through the cracks, but he makes himself pretty open to get feedback from people on every aspect of what he's doing. And I think they're doing the best they can to stay in touch with people and follow up on things. And I've heard a lot of people say like, oh yeah, I got my books and sorry, I was giving you a hard time. So like, he'll communicate and solve problems. And we really have to do that. We definitely.
Well, it is about that. It's about that clarity. You joked about it earlier. You know, you said I kind of put you in the right place, right? I slapped you around a bit, but you know, all
oh
joking
no, you
aside,
didn't. You really didn't. We were just like, hey, Adam, you know what? This joke, you know, I didn't appreciate this joke, and let me tell you why, and whatever. But you know, I guess I reached out to you to make sure.
Yeah, but yeah, not only that, we also talked about, you know, a level of professionalism that we have to put out there, things that we have to say, how we connect with fans and everything is very important, you know. So like we hash all that stuff out and everything's cool, you know.
Yeah,
we're brothers in this, and that's why we help each other out no matter what.
Yep.
Yeah,
absolutely, absolutely,
For
and
sure.
it makes us all stronger too to be accountable.
And you've also got to consider everything from Mitch's point of view. Like, I'm sure that it's not handy. It's not the most encouraging thing to have thousands upon thousands of people cracking on your wife every single day. You know, like just stuff like that. You know, in addition to people throwing insults and going, "Where's this and where's that?" While he's trying to hold together, you know, technically four teams, including his own, you know, and build a new company from the ground up that can make a lasting, productive change.
That was just too freaking ambitious, and so now he's paying the price, but also all the people that back pay the price. But yeah, look, just getting out there and communicating, that's numero uno, because people can understand, but you don't want people's imagination running wild. But that's why we were saying before, like, to those of us who can produce our comics in advance as much as possible. That's why, like, Vinny and me have been able to, you know, ship orders, and then we're like, yeah, our next book's coming out, and then it's going to ship, and it's like, you know what? It's already done. So regardless of how many we sell, you know, we're going to ship. That's why me and Vinny have low goals in terms of our goals that we're trying to hit. We know we can hit our numbers, we keep it reasonable. And Rob also has done that with Replicator as well. And Liam's goal was a little
to get all the art done before I do campaigns, just because the headache you get is just not worth it, man.
Yeah, and seriously, this is the thing, though. This is the sort of risk that you run. I believe that it was John Malin that spoke about this sort of way early on in the day. But back when we were first sort of starting our ComicsGate, guys talk. Sorry.
All right. He has to go do a mafia thing. So give him a minute while he wipes somebody out with that crazy noise.
It might be some kind of fire alarm.
Hail Joe King. I don't know what Joe King's. Oh, he just said sup, bros, which is always cute. It's a cool thing to say. Yeah, Vinny, we love that you ship it. Rob, so what made you decide, like, when you were going to start Replicator, like, you know what, I'm going to get you got your first book done first before you launched, didn't you?
No. The very first time I was in the situation the majority of first timers were in, where I could only afford like 5 pages of art and a cover. And this was back on Kickstarter, big Kickstarter days. And I just scraped through, man. Like, I had 96 backers my very first campaign, and we just hit funding goal. And then, I built it from there. And I think on Kickstarter, had the highest I got was 326 backers. And then, you know, I moved over to Indiegogo when this whole Aaron thing, when Aaron got on Jawbreakers. So, and then from there, I joined ComicsGate, and I haven't looked back, man. It's been, I've said this before, I've had more support from, you know, the community in ComicsGate than I ever had anywhere else. It's just, it amazes me every time.
For sure. We're all in this together. But just like I was saying, like you said, you've got your cover and your 5 pages, and that's enough to gamble your dream on. It's like, are people going to support this? And is this a project I'm going to create? And so it sort of falls to the creator to be like, now we're sort of at the point where it's like, look, is this actually going to be successful? And you've got to gauge it beforehand, you know, and be like, how much can I invest in this? How much of a risk can I take on this property? Because people want this stuff now.
Yeah,
right.
They do.
So
to make, man, are they? Like, I don't know if everyone realizes, but a single comic book is really quite expensive to do.
It's expensive, and you guys are taking on a lot, having not made a lot of comics before. Vinny has now made at least 7 of his books. I'm sort of counting, but not exactly. But Vinny has got a lot of it down with a discount, and he understands it. I've made a lot in the past, so there's a lot of things that I don't get tripped up on that other people do, and I don't have to worry about, you know, because contacts, resources, whatever. So, you know, that's a little easier for me too. And yeah, guys can get tripped up on a lot of stuff. Now, Liam has made his goal, thank God. Let's take a quick look at Xenotype. You are now commanded to evolve or die. That is the Xenotype way.
And we want 2 more backers today, guys. So if you're watching and you're like, "Oh, back later, back today," get us to 170. The more you guys get us early on, the more stuff we can add to the campaign. So the more stuff you'll get, right? So back sooner than later.
Sooner than later. Sooner is better. Is always better than later. Now, this is kind of interesting. I saw you doing this. The Xeno Devil.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we sort of did the 24-hour stream that got Raging Golden Eagle funded. We're there, had a lot of fun, became good, fast friends, you know. I stuck with him while everyone else sort of flagged out. It was me and him through to the end, you know. And we became buddies. And so we sort of thought, well, let's do this, you know. So we got in the back rooms and we started making deals and drawing up contracts and shaking hands. And we put this out because we thought that it would be something that a lot of people would really enjoy. Now, it's just the first chapter of Xenotype. It's just Lost Boys, so it's only about 24 pages, but this will not be reprinted or reused after this campaign. This is the exclusive cover. We wanted it at a price point that people were sort of more used to for ComicsGate, so we've got the low shipping on it. We've got the standard ComicsGate price, and if you just sort of are a Blade Devil fan, you can just sort of tip in, grab this, and maybe you'll really enjoy the story inside. You know, that's the plan.
That's cool.
Or maybe if you can't afford the larger tiers, but you want to see what Xenotype's all about, this is a great investment for you too.
Now, this is available just on your campaign, right?
Yes, just on Xenotype.
Is it a black and white cover?
No, it will be colored. In fact, it's actually going to be colored live on stream on Raging Golden Eagle's channel by a colorist of his choosing. We don't know how. Carl Ritter expressed a little bit of interest in coloring it, but we don't know what's going on there. He's too busy. So we'll just see what happens, but I'm curious to see who they're going to get because not even I know who they're going to have coloring yet. It's a big surprise, but it will be colored. It will be colored.
All right, and you can get that through your campaign.
Force Wooster, is there a way to add that to a previous tier?
Yeah, if you get the platinum tier, you can add it as an add-on with no shipping charge at all. I should probably do it for the gold plus and silver plus too, but I didn't think about that till we're sitting here right now.
Yeah, you know what? I've noticed that on other campaigns, and I'm thinking about that as well because if it's not always possible to combine orders, but sometimes it is possible to combine orders. When it is possible to combine orders, it would be great for us as publishers and creators to be able to offer. Like, hey, if you add this, we can add it to your order, and there won't be that extra shipping charge.
And for those of you guys who know, my prices are in Australian. So if you click on it and you're like $40 shipping, that's Australian. So that's like no money at all. That's like little pennies to you guys. So there's a little number. There's a little number underneath it at the bottom in grey, and that's the USD charge that you're going to be paying. So you're not paying $40 shipping, guys. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I made mention of that in the last time we streamed together because I know a lot of people when they saw it right away. I know that probably scared them, but it's the number underneath.
Yeah, and just so you're aware, it's something I can't change. It's something I tried to circumvent before we went to the campaign launch, but for legal reasons and tax reasons and terms of service reasons, I have to use an Australian bank account with this. And go through, and so it shows up in Australian by default. I'm very, very sorry for the.
It's really frustrating for me. I'm sure it's frustrating for Liam as well. I'd much prefer it to have it if we could have it in US dollars because that's what the comic book industry runs on. You pay people in US dollars.
Right.
Yeah. There's a comprehension thing there. Just like understand what's involved. And it is hard to understand if it's going to be in a different currency. But ComicsGate guys are smart, so we can explain that to them. Well, I thought that was a really creative idea to do that. And this is by your artist, Odie? He's the one who did it?
No, well, yes, it's a jam cover. So that's actually Toxic Man Baby that did, the Blade Devil character. Asira. I can't pronounce her name without seeing it written down. But, so that's really cool. Like,
that's a nice jam cover.
He sort of reinvented the way she looked a little bit because he wanted it to match Xenotype a bit better. So instead of drawing it really sort of cartoony, chibified the way he normally does, he sort of beefed her up a bit and made her a bit taller and stuff. I think it's pretty cool. Cool.
It looks really neat.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
And Odie and him had a blast getting on. They're still in the back room. I see them chatting away, having a great time. It just ComicsGate is a great opportunity for everyone.
Oh,
Tell
it
him
is.
not to play too much. He's got to get back to work.
That's it. That's right.
He'll be done soon with this book, though. So this book is almost
Yeah.
done. So
It's actually
180
it's actually
pages.
further along than that. I came straight on stream before I updated it. I
Oh,
think
great.
it's actually closer to 182 at this point.
And the coloring, you're getting some help from Captain F Head on flats.
Yeah, that's just because I wanted to have contingencies in place to make sure it was finished early. I don't want to have it sort of go over. So get him working on flats. It'll just knock out some time. We'll get him trained up under Spartan Scotsman, and then there'll be one more colorist in ComicsGate for everyone else because they're hard to find. Right.
Mhm.
So
Flats, guys, it's just like basically laying down simple color. It's not the finished rendered color, but it saves a lot of time for the colorist will then go in and do the final rendering and make all the fancy schmancy choices to make the book look fantastic.
Right.
Well, everybody's been excited for Xenotype for a long time. It's great to see you launch it. We're really happy you made the goal. And the campaign's going to keep running. You got 44 days left. So plenty of time. And I'm sure we'll all be together on other big shows doing
Here is
stuff.
the example of flats if people want to see.
Oh yeah, thank you. I wanted to show that to people.
Yeah,
it's great when people get to see a little bit of the production process. Oh, those are flats. So there's hardly any coloring at all in there.
Yeah. So Kyle, this is Kyle coloring this piece for me. He's done the thing in the top right, but the rest is just flats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's killer, dude.
Yeah. So
I do think it's interesting that you slapped guns on him. Like you've mentioned previously, you didn't want him to just be a brute that was just all punching and smashing. So you sort of used his great strength to make him basically a mobile artillery unit, you know? That's pretty interesting. What's that stuff going on in his face there? He's got like a metal brace there. Is that to hold his head together? Is that some sort of, communications array? Is it what's going on in his face?
It's purely defensive and aesthetic. Like you'll see on his chest here, he's got metal plates, and that's just to improve his survivability. You've seen Ninja Scroll, yeah? You remember the rock Ninja Scroll? He's got like a similar body skin type as that, but then we chucked on these metal plates just to make him a little bit more survivable.
Reinforce him further. Yep. No, that's cool.
He's got such a high pain tolerance that they just welded it directly onto his skin. So
holy crap. All right, that's great.
He's
That's
cool.
terrifying.
Well, now, who is this character? Since this is a replicator focused stream, who is this character?
He's not in the comic yet. He'll be coming up in one of the next couple of issues, but this is going to be a trading card that we're going to unlock at 12K as long as the Australian dollar doesn't keep plummeting. And so Kyle's coloring this, and I can't wait to see it finish. I'm praying that he gets it done before we close today, so I can put it out there. But we'll see.
And he's very busy. He's very busy right now with a lot of stuff. So
he's got so much. He's got so much going on. Clayton drew this one.
Wilberforce is asked. Replicator didn't reach the stretch goal yet for the trading card, right?
And I don't think so. It's close. I think it was like $300 this morning, but I think it's now like $500 because the US dollar and the Australian dollar is not holding. So
they are beating you up.
Yeah.
All right. So did you say what this guy's name is?
Goliath.
Goliath.
I think it's fitting.
I just like it does my head in. Like you've got the Hulk, and it's just like, oh, I'm just going to smash things and punch people. I'm like, dude, if I was that strong, I would have the biggest guns I could possibly find off an airplane and just level cities. That's what I would do.
Now he's a bad guy.
He's not really good or bad. He does what he does.
Does he level cities with big guns?
Yeah,
he's a bad guy. He's a bad guy. People live in cities.
Yeah, I mean that settled it. Liam's right. That makes him a bad guy. So he's like a force of nature. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
But as far as our understanding of him, we would consider that bad. Friend or foe? Like, well, if he's going to kill all those people in that city, that's bad.
Yeah, it's like Gail Simone to comics.
Yeah.
Definitely bad,
Oh,
yet
gosh.
slightly more attractive.
No, I think that Rob, you've talked about this before, where you sort of
Thinner.
didn't like things being all goody two shoes and stuff. So I'm guessing this means that in Replicators, you sort of have a sort of grey moral line where people are driven by personal motivation and like military obligation and stuff like that, rather than a sense of justice or injustice. I'm guessing.
Yeah, and like the main character, he's a good guy, right? He starts off as a good guy, and his goal is to find out what happened to his wife and rescue his wife. But through the course of the comic, he's gonna do whatever it takes, and that might be lying, that might be stealing, that might be hurting someone, that might be killing someone, that might be killing a lot of people, that might be killing everyone, and it's up to you guys as the reader to decide when is it too far, like. When is he crossed that line in becoming an anti-hero or a bad guy? Or is he justified in doing what he's doing? So that's what I like about it. I think it's, that's a cool thing.
Liam, you have a lot of writing background. I like when you badger people with questions, because you really like, it's like when you're talking to your writing team and you're like, all right, you've got an idea, now let's explore it. So that's the Liam approach. So Liam...
I asked Ethan what he would do if someone kidnapped his family. He said, would you kill someone? He's like, I'd kill everyone. I'm already looking for an excuse to kill them now. So
yeah, it's absolutely true. It's like there's a very thin line between what we would do and wouldn't do.
Yeah.
But now, like, rules have changed in your world because they're in an apocalypse, which we're starting to relate to more and more.
Yeah, and that's one of the things. Like, that's why I wanted to have like a diseased centered background, because I didn't want to have the whole mutants versus humans thing. Like, I don't like that kind of tropes. I wanted to just have, people are focused about surviving, and people and mutants are trying to take over, and technology and companies are trying to take over, which I don't think we're that far away from in real life.
Yeah, it's interesting you're doing that. It's interesting you thought that too. Yeah.
It's a theme that's going around.
Yeah.
City of Venus definitely has a lot of that kind of stuff happening.
Yeah, you got Amazon in our real world, and my God,
look at this virus.
Yeah,
it did not come from eating bats.
No. It did not come from eating bats.
Liam, where did it come from? Tell us. We know you have some inside connections, and you're wearing a suit. So
I don't. You want me to do my conspiracy Alex Jones rant again?
Let me find the right gift for this rant. Because Carl's not here, so I can play this. All right, hold on. We'll get back to Replicator, but when we discuss Liam's rants, it's important that we do it with the right background.
All right.
I'm actually such a boomer. I'm struggling with doing this. It is my 50th birthday today, guys. Believe it or not.
Yes, happy birthday, man.
Hey, thanks, ComicsGate. Thanks, Vinny. Thank you, guys. Vinny,
happy birthday.
What is causing? Thank you, guys. What is causing the virus? Would you please tell us?
Well, I think that it's a Chinese bioweapon. I believe it was developed by communists as a means of population control, which is why it causes infertility in males that are infected even after they're cured. It's been likened by like medical professionals to some sort of splice of SARS and HIV. Even after initial treatments, you are put on the same medication that survivors of HIV are put on. That's what they treat you with, which shortens your life significantly. And when I sort of looked at everything happening, I thought it was all sounding crazy and everything. But as I sort of looked at it, I thought, well, we know that all of the Chinese sort of important people, not like their sort of figurehead politicians, but there are other politicians, went underground like a week before the virus hit. I thought that's kind of suspicious. Then the virus hits. They're having these corporations build all of these ghost cities. Look up Chinese ghost cities. These are massive industrial complex cities that are empty, and they can't get the Chinese population that are in the rice fields and stuff that are all on welfare because they're not making enough money otherwise. So they're all a government burden. They're going to get, and most of them smoke because it's a cultural thing. So they're going to have a respiratory virus sweep through there, wipe all of those people out. Then they're going to go, look, we got a vaccine. They're going to get everyone into the cities, and the commies are going to repurpose China. Meanwhile, they're the trade center of the world. They can't compete with the US in a military capacity. So they've got all of this shipping. They go, oh, the virus only survives for like, a few days outside the body. Then we find out it can survive 40 days for outside of the body on packages and shit. They ship that all over the world. Everyone else's dollar starts dropping. Global economy goes down. The yen goes up. China has a bigger population center, so it's going to be hit by less of the virus, even though it'll spread further. They'll have more survivors. And I truly believe this was a communist move to basically build themselves up and get more money and get their rural populations into the cities that they've been building for them.
Do you know what's crazy? Like how much this ties in with Replicator's story? Like a corporation released a virus into a population.
Now tell us how
the government controls all the corporations in China. Like they've got the Chinese firewall. You've got people walking around like nothing. I'm saying they built all these emergency hospitals, right? They built all these emergency hospitals nearly overnight. They didn't build them with bathrooms, and they didn't build them with testing centers. So what happened is anyone that was even a little bit sick or a little bit worried came to these hospitals, got all lined up in beds together, right? Then they all got sick, they all started dying, and we have video footage coming out of China with people in hazmat suits shoveling snow shovels full of human bodies into furnaces. And you go and you look at all these hospitals, and they're constantly burning with huge black plumes of smoke. We haven't seen anything like this since World War II. It's absolutely insane. And that's why I get a little bit cranky when people are like, oh, it's just a flu, bro. It's like, did you look into any of this? Do you understand what we're dealing with in any capacity? It's like saying, oh, yeah, more people die of pneumonia. Yeah, they do when they go camping and get sick and people are out like getting wet in the rain because they've been partying all night. It's a completely different thing when someone can literally fart. Someone can fart, and this isn't a joke. Someone can fart, and it can drift up to 200 meters, and if you smell it, you can become infected and get sick. If someone shits in a corner and you're within 200 meters of that and you smell that feces, you can be infected. This is a very, very serious. This is not just like, oh, it's a flu. It's there's a reason they're calling it a pandemic, and it is, frankly, guys, it is fucking retarded. The people that go, oh, it's about politics. It is fucking retarded is what that is. The virus doesn't care if you're left or right. It doesn't care if you're centrist. The virus will kill whatever. We need to be responsible. Don't be one of those motherfuckers. It's like the motherfuckers that are in the zombie movies that try and get into the bunker and infect every fucking one else because you're a narcissist. Don't be that guy, right? Like, be responsible. We have to get this quarantined and contained and dealt with as quickly as possible.
Yeah. Right now, they said that Italy is one of the worst hit countries, and I talked to some of my relatives over there. It is fucking scary what they're doing. And the old people, they're just letting them die. They are literally dying by themselves. Families not allowed to go near them, and they go straight from the hospital to the cemetery. That's what they're doing.
Exactly. And no one's talking about the damage to your central nervous system that the virus does. They've got reports of that. People literally in China just gone and just fallen over in the street. People just collapsing because it's screwing them up. It's not everyone, but we don't know if it's been custom made to be certain people. And of course, the Chinese government invested like, what was it, $5 billion or whatever the fuck it was in vitro fertilization like a few months ago. Right? Or the beginning of the last year. And then all of a sudden this happens. And who's going to be able to have babies? The Chinese government. And the Chinese government recently got called up by, on the fact, of their population control shit. They weren't allowed to do it anymore. And then along comes a virus that essentially controls who can have kids. And the Chinese government gets final say on it. It's a real fucking coincidence to me. It's fucking communists, man. Communists.
Dangerous characters, the communist characters. They're not all
and
nice.
It's always the commies. They're always the ones that start off with the genocide. This is always how it starts. And you watch now. Right now, they can't compete in on the military field, right? Like they cannot. The US is a more powerful field, so they can just go, well, look, everyone got sick. Too bad. Because the whole point of the war at the moment is to just get money and influence. And what's China going to get? money and influence. And when China's the one that comes out with the vaccine because they've been working on it the longest and they magically cure it all, who's going to be the heroes of the world? China. And whose stocks are going to rise? All the Chinese medical stock.
Now, what do you guys think of this? I just some comment from the chat, and Vinny, I do want to hear what you want to. Let me hear. Well, I'm curious because this is what actually started my Simpin Time role is Liam ranting about something, communism or something like that, and then I just put up a picture of a hot girl dancing, Kate Upton, and they seem to go really well together. You know, like his backup singer.
It goes well with it. Well, that goes well with everything, man. Like,
hold on.
No, it doesn't.
There was a lot of scary stuff Liam was saying, and then you look over to her dancing, and you felt a little bit better. Yeah. And I looked over one more, and I saw what El Gargoyle put, and I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah, El Gargoyle said he said first reported death. His wife is coughing like nobody's business. I always knew that bitch was going to kill me. Yeah, that's why if you're in a bad relationship, now's a great time to get out of it. Yeah, you know, just.
But there's something that I saw a while ago that I know a lot of people call like Jesse Ventura a crazy person. He literally had a show about conspiracy theories and stuff, and he flew in this doctor who this woman, she fled the country because of what she witnessed firsthand. She used to work over in DC, and she had to give these vaccinations to all the top people over there. And
now, where is that, in China?
No, here.
Oh,
in DC. So all these politicians and stuff were coming in and getting these shots. And one of them, they said it was a female one, very cocky, very arrogant, was going to run for president. I think we know who this is. She was laughing, saying like that they put themselves so above everyone else that like all the regular people, like laughing and mocking how they're all going to die. We have a new super virus that's coming. And no vaccination for it, except for the people who are getting it there, because this is part of that whole kind of conspiracy of these hidden figures.
It's not even a conspiracy. Like, I'm not trying to be nasty, but you can find footage of Soros coming out and openly saying in public, like, yeah, we've got to get the world's population down. We've got to we basically got to get it down to, like, I think it was like 8 billion, he said. Otherwise, the planet's out of control. So we're going to have to take actions now. It's like, so what? We can't just make less people, right? There's only one way to make less people, right?
Listen, it's still calling the shots. I think they call them the Bilderberg nonsense. These people, they have all these meetings all over the place, you know, once a year, and they decide what they're going to do for the year, what their long-term plans are, 5 years, 10 years, what they're going to do, and it involves all the like top people around the entire world.
And you know, I know that there's someone in the audience right now thinking I'm looking fucking crazy, and I hate it. Can you just look up spirit cooking for just 1 fucking minute so that I can show you how these motherfuckers spend their time? Just go to Google, type in spirit cooking, and go to images right fucking now. I want everyone to see that I'm not a lunatic.
He's a lunatic. He is a lunatic, but they do worse stuff than the spirit cooking.
But let people see what the spirit cooking. Let people see what the idea of a good time is for these people. You know.
Listen, Liam, we'll do more of this over on my stream.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, all right, brother. All right. I hate how I look like a loony because I would have thought.
No, you don't look like a loony.
Before I looked into all of this stuff. Well, because people that don't sort of know the scope of what we're dealing with here are just sort of going through their lives, living happy and seeing this stuff happen. And then you give them this information and it's like a fantasy. And then that's crazy. That's ridiculous. And they just scoff it off. But they don't realize this is the same shit that started off the Cold War. This is all of this shit's been done before. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, there's some crazy stuff that goes on in the world, and it's always been going on. And this, you know, the more centralized everything is, the more everybody's working with the same global system, the more interrelated we are with, you know, communist countries and countries where there's no human rights, the more trouble that will ultimately be in, because it makes it easier for them to do things to the population. And, you know, money is not even a factor with powerful people anymore. They can print as much money as they want. They have access to as much money they want. They can get things for free. It's not an issue for them. They literally had an international pedophile ring where there was a pedophile island
that people could go and have sex with children on, run by one of the most influential billionaires on the planet, and he somehow suicided himself while on suicide watch. Like guys, the camera magically. He was on suicide watch.
Yeah,
the two guards fell asleep. The video footage broke. Like the video camera just broke, and then with paper towel thin blankets that literally tear like paper, he tied a noose, did a double fucking somersault off his bunk bed, and broke his motherfucking neck. Right?
Listen. On top of that pedo thing and what's going on now, what's the common factor? Tom Hanks. He was involved in both of those.
Well, the Hollywood thing is its own other whole thing. Yeah, guys, it's a crazy world out there.
Tell me, guys, I do got to split, so I'm going to be doing a stream like in about an hour or so. Cool. So Liam, Rob, if you want to come back,
I'll be there, and we'll rage. We'll rage against the dying of the light, my friend.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. We'll have more fun over there.
Yeah, Frank.
Thanks for dropping in, brother. Vinny Art, guys, through the woods, baby. You got to get that at 25K.
Later, Sally. I mean, Rob.
There you have it. It's a real deal. It's a real deal. No, Liam, that's what we were looking for. I have to go back and flip that and make sure Crawl Rose sees it.
Yeah, for sure. Please do and send it to me. I'll put it on my channel. So tell me, how is this like? Sims is here. How is this like Replicator? You said, it's so much like Replicator. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so basically, if you wanted to take over a country or the world, what would you do? You'd release a virus, and then you'd take over and pick up all the pieces from what's left, and it's exactly what's happening. And in Replicator, in England is the epicenter of the disease, which is Europe apparently now, so it's very similarly tied that way. They've built a city, a walled city called Sanctuary, where all the rich and privileged people live and everyone else is just left outside to die. So it's, stuff like that, like just little things that all tie in together. It just freaks me out.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy because the one thing that humanity cannot fight is a disease. You know?
You know what I haven't looked for lately, guys? You remember the Illuminati playing cards? That guy did an Illuminati playing card game?
No, I don't. No, I
you haven't heard that?
Okay,
so Steve Jackson Games, they did like a bunch of.
I know that name, Steven Jackson.
Steve Jackson.
Steve Jackson. What else has he done?
They did Car Wars, was a big game of theirs.
No.
I think they had a Ninja Turtle playing game, but they've made a number of games. They had a big game on Kickstarter, something they funded, role playing games and stuff. They did one for the Illuminati, and it predicted a lot of events like 9/11 and terrorist attacks, stuff like that. It was from like the 1980s. But these plots have been floating around for a long time. There was a G.I. Joe episode. Or maybe there was like several G.I. Joe episodes. There was some YouTube show I saw that was like combining all the stuff that were conspiracy things that people would talk about having happened in the future, that they carried these plots out in G.I. Joe. So if you've got any kind of conspiracy thing going on, anything to do with people seizing power or killing other people, it's been done in entertainment like quite a bit.
Yeah. And John Moriarty says they made Munchkin card game, which I know of, and GURPS, and that's where I know him from. I know him from GURPS because he got my friend Johnny Z through a lot through the 90s. He did a lot of work for GURPS, so he's a brilliant artist too. Like I want to bring him into CG, but like I need to show we make enough money for it to be worth his time. You know what I mean? He's so talented, man. He did a lot of the stuff for Palladium's Riffs. Like he's a really good dude.
Adam,
Palladium,
I came here with a specific reason. Happy 50th birthday, bro.
Oh, hey, thanks,
I had to tell you in person.
Thank you,
That's
brother.
why I've been waiting in the back. I absolutely wanted to wish you happy 50th.
Simon welcomed me into ComicsGate with open arms, helped me out, connected me with people. Doodle and Chill was like one of my first shows. Like really appreciate Sim forever. And that's why when we support ComicsGate, guys, we bring people in. People remember who brought them in and stuff too. So it's
for sure.
Just a great thing to see. Like we all take care of each other like that. But
I appreciate the magic. It's the magic of ComicsGate. It's the fact that we're all here together, standing against the big guys.
Yeah, and we don't even, we kind of even hardly think about them anymore because now we're the big guys after what Ethan pulled yesterday with Cyberfrog 2.
Yep.
Exactly.
I don't even know
And
where
you
it's
know
at now.
what and you're invaluable to the community as well, man. You do a lot of good stuff, Adam. Like everyone's really happy to have you. Your experience is greatly appreciated. You're always offering opportunities and wisdom and simping time. And without that, I just don't think that ComicsGate would be as fun as it has been in the last few months.
You came in, you made your place, you made your value, and you helped.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and it's every time I do something for ComicsGate people, it comes back. So I'm like multiple times. So I'm always looking at like, all right, what else can I do for everybody? That I'm, you never want to waste people's time, but if you've got something where you can help people out, get there, help out, be that guy, get it done, and then everybody remembers you coming around. And my campaign, College of the Dead. All right, let's jump on College of the Dead. Sim, you helped me and gave me a lot of feedback on College of the Dead. College of the Dead, book 1. Where are you, College of the Dead? All right. We got to search it up. You'd think I would have it up.
You got a lot more sales as soon as you put all those pages on it, right?
I did. I got more sales as soon as I put the pages on it. College of the Dead 1. We did $5,310 and 100 backers exactly in 60 days. So that was our first. That was the first campaign, and then 5-6 months later, we did another 5,000. That's almost 100% increase. So that covered my costs and made a little profit on that book, which was great. And that let me do College of the Dead book 2, the way I'm doing it now, in full color. And it's been 9 days, and we're at 49.60, which is almost the same as what it took me 60 days to do in the past. And I had been on Ethan's show like probably at least 3 or 4 times to get to that 5,300.
Yeah, everything's growing, everything's accelerating. It's great. And Adam, there's someone in the chat called Slick Rick, and they're saying things. They need to go away.
Oh, Slick Rick.
He's
getting out of control.
He's telling people certain things.
I'm taking care of it.
We just get rid of those comments. We don't want.
Control that.
Yeah, we don't want.
Yeah.
He's too clever. He's too clever. Too clever.
Yeah. All right.
Little warning, timeout.
All right,
cool.
Simon, you got it on lock? Liam, Adam, and Sim are everywhere. Hardworking dudes right here. Yes, sir, Shane. That's how we do it.
Yeah, just leave me out, mate. Thanks for that.
Yeah, with what's great with ComicsGate is everybody kind of gets a chance.
A backhanded compliment.
Oh, yeah? What did he say?
Liam, Adam, and Sim are everywhere. Left me right out of that one.
Yeah, well, no, it's great. It's great. I got another backer. I'm 1 backer off 170. So if there's anyone in the chat that hasn't backed, get me to 170. Come on, guys. I just need 1 more backer. Just pull that trigger. Pull that trigger. Come on.
Cool.
Yeah.
Great to have you involved. Great to have you involved.
I mean, if you guys are not CG and are thinking about becoming CG, from my experience, it's been fantastic. Like I said, I had people, people I don't know. Like, I've never met them before promote my book for me. Like, never met them. Don't know who they are. And they promoted my book. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I've never
a backer
support before. It's amazing.
Yeah, legitimately, because it's good, and you do the same for other people.
Yeah.
And next, for your next book, you will be on more streams, and you'll be building up your channel, and you'll do even more business on the next one.
You mentioned that you're going to be building your channel up. What's the theme of your channel going to be? Because we know that you're against taking your shirt off and stuff. So, like, what do you offer? Is it going to be sort of like showcasing of sort of traditional Aussie sort of pant fashion, or more sort of like what are you going for?
I want to do like a how to make comic books, like from my point of view. So like I did a video the other day on how much actually it takes to create a comic book, like the actual numbers. And we'll do stuff like that about crowdfunding campaigns and what you need to know and that kind of stuff.
Thanks, Billy. Yeah,
and
Rob did
a great do stuff on anime, because that's a huge influence on me. And I think, we need to get more people into it, because it's amazing. It really is. Like, some of the best storylines come from anime and manga. So let's close that bridge.
So what would you do on anime?
I want to do like a top 5 animes to watch if you don't like anime type thing. So people that grew up on like the X-Men and Batman cartoons, but have heard about anime and want to give it a shot. What to watch with them, like where to start, where you would actually enjoy it. And I want to do like
guys, one second, guys. You didn't really ban Slick, did you? Like Slick Rick. I was joking, right? You know that I was doing a bit. Did you read what he was saying? Like you didn't really ban him, did you?
I didn't ban him. I just put him on a timeout.
Can you bring him back in? I was just being funny. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Liam, you say stuff like, "Hey, by the way, the house is on fire." People are like, "Oh my God, that's pretty serious. Let's go deal with it."
He'll be back. He'll be back in less than 3 minutes.
Yeah, no, he was calling us Illuminati and stuff. So I was just doing a bit. Guys. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you may have to like at least say it in the private chat. Like we don't. It's not like we've been working together that long that we know.
I'm so sorry. It was just a joke. I didn't actually do anything.
Done with love. Well, and there's Sim trying to protect the community.
I wanted to top 5 anime to watch, like that you can watch with your kid without shooting yourself in the head type thing.
Wait, you're shooting who in head? Happy birthday from the UK, Adam. All right, 21 today. Oh, wow, 21. That was a while ago.
Back to Rob talking about comics and anime. Yeah, I love it. My top 3 animated films of all time: Transformers, number 1; Ninja Scroll, number 2; Ghost in the Shell, number 3.
Ghost in the Shell had that amazing scene with the elevator where they're going down and they're like, "Wait, the elevator wait's not right," and I was like, "Oh my god, my god,
dude,
clever,
so good."
I'm so sorry as well, Slick. Mate, it was just you were saying we're Illuminati, and I just wanted to sort of have a bit of fun with you. I didn't really expect you to be kicked out. I was doing a bit. I'm very sorry. I'm not for anyone getting booted unless they're being really antagonistic, and you were just being fun.
I don't usually boot people. I just time them out. So he'll be back in like 3 to 5 minutes.
Australian humor doesn't really translate very well sometimes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And also, could be my autism. I don't know.
Hey, you do. You make the joke. You don't go. You guys need to do something about it because I just went for it.
Yeah.
I did think you were serious. All right, so we know for the next time. Just never take Liam seriously.
Never take me too seriously. Like you'll know if I'm serious because I'll be like fired up.
You get hysterical.
Like, son of a bitch out of here. Fuck you, right? Like,
I don't know if you guys have all seen.
But it takes me a lot to get to that. So
good. Yeah, we'd like to see you freak out one of these days, but not. Not really. Sort of a joke.
Really, yeah, for sure.
All right, so let's see if we can get the.
He's back. Got suicided. Welcome back, Slick. Sorry, brother. I owe you one. Okay, sorry, Adam. I'll shut up now.
No problem, man. No problem. All right, our brother Slick is back with us.
Mm-hmm.
He got suicided. Hail the chat. Hail Slick Rick. All right, what we're gonna do in honor of Slick Rick is play this awesome trailer. Oh, look at that cutie pie. And this time we're not talking about Liam.
Who's that?
Daddy.
Yeah?
Oh, it's not just Daddy. Hi. How you doing? Your daddy makes comic books. I hope you know that.
Yeah?
What a sweetheart. Oh, we've heard you before. We've never seen you before.
Yeah.
But you're on Ethan's stream a couple times. She's so tiny. Yeah, she is. Yeah. Hey guys, kids are really great. It just changes your life forever when you have a kid. And in case anybody wasn't aware, so just be ready to basically be like, all right, that's when you bring a life into the world, and your life is not as important. Just kind of works like that.
My firstborn just turned 18, bro.
Oh, congratulations!
It's an entire different game.
Yeah, it does. It changes things, and you're always just looking out like, man, I hope they're okay. We're gonna play the Replicator trailer. Basically, what's funny was Ethan had Dan Fraga on this morning. I don't know if you guys saw, and Dan's son was on the stream. And initially, Ethan was trying to keep him off the stream, but you can't keep Dan's son off the stream. It's Harrison, I guess. He's just he was too funny and too loud. But let's play the Replicator trailer. Let's see if we can get this thing rolling because this is actually a really cool animated trailer. Can we hear it?
Nope,
No.
it's not playing.
We could not hear it, right?
Nope.
All right, no problem. We will unshare, reshare, and play it again. Here we go. Remove from the stream. Add to the stream. Yeah, now I'm getting distracted by your daughter. It's just really funny. All right, hold on. For the love of God, how do we add? Now I completely forgot how to do that. I completely forgot how to do it. Liam, you're muted.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want it to be quiet. Replicator's a family man, guys. Throw him some support. Let's get him to 300. I didn't know he had little rugrats running around. Let's help him out. Help a brother
we gotta
out.
get those numbers up. Yeah, he can have more kids. He can replicate more kids. Oh, look at that cutie with the comic.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, wow.
Rockstar.
Yeah, it's really. Kids are awesome, guys. You got to go for it, but just make sure you are ready. Now the audio is going to work. If it doesn't work, shake your head no again, Rob.
Virus is released into the population.
We're on.
It kills millions. It is simply called the Red Death. A new city is born amongst the chaos, free from the disease, but only for the privileged. Hope emerges as a scientist is on the verge of a cure, but before she can finish it, she disappears.
Who are you?
In order to save her, her husband is forced down a path he might not come back from.
Doctor, help me.
But you'd do anything to save the ones you love, wouldn't you? Anything?
That's a cool trailer. That's how we have to do it, guys.
My daughter's hilarious, man. She loves that film clip. Every time she hears the music, she runs in from wherever she is. I don't know
how
why.
cute.
I don't
Well,
know why
she hears
likes it so much.
She hears
So
your voice too.
are you a city boy? Are you a city boy, man, or are you sort of out rural? I can't tell. Like, it looks like you're in a house, not an apartment.
Yeah, out of the house. We're northeast Melbourne. Where are you?
Oh, I'm in the Hunter Valley.
Okay, cool.
Down in New South Wales, so I'm sort of rural.
Yeah.
So
Same here. We're about 30 k's outside of Melbourne, so
cool.
So it's right.
They're knocking down all the
Hey,
houses.
Adam, you got
here.
new backers.
Oh, College of the Dead, I do?
Yep.
Fantastic. They're knocking down the houses here, man, and building everything into like these little tiny box apartments everywhere. Are they doing that up there too?
nah.
Yeah, all the old houses are getting knocked down, and they're building like 3 tiny box apartments on every single old house block. It's really kind of weird. So,
Guys, this is kind of amazing. Let's take a quick College of the Dead look. My
for
passion
sure.
project of the week. We're up to $49.95. I'm $5 away from
Fantastic.
from 5,000 US, which is really great for this campaign. It really is pretty amazing for me, like in 9 days, to do what we did in 60 days in the past. And I'm doing it without the stress I had last time because the goal was just too high. You know, I like to tell people a good advice that I got early on that I didn't take. $3,000 fixed goal is a really good way to start unless you have a big following. And as far as how much money it's going to cost to produce the book, if you can't do the book on that money, it's our problem as creators because there's just so much we can ask from the market. But also, you don't want people looking at a campaign, thinking about backing, and then saying to themselves like, well, what if this guy doesn't get funded? You know what? I don't like it. I don't see the momentum. I'm not going to back them. And we do lose people when we don't have the numbers right. But Liam, your numbers obviously worked for you. But everyone's numbers work. We all take
my numbers. My numbers were realistic, and I'm not saying that to be up my own ass, but like that's what it's going to cost me to pay my team and be honorable and fair to people. And that was important to me as a principle for what I was because I was producing such a large book and with shipping and everything. Like,
well, you're 200 pages.
Exactly. If I can't build a company with integrity, then what am I even doing? I might as well not have stepped out on my own and took a risk.
You
at
want
all,
a foundation.
right?
You want a foundation. You got that foundation.
Exactly.
You're good to go. Let's
Yeah.
let's watch My Cool Trailer by Ted Zagaro.
Yeah.
Rob, we're good. All right. Yeah, what a job Ted did on that. I can highly recommend him for people who are looking to get videos going and get campaigns moving.
Yeah, he does great videos.
Yeah, it's just nice to have that as a reference. So it's like that's kind of your business card. You can show your video. Liam had a number of videos on Xenotype. Since we're in a video zone, Liam has some cool animation.
I have one by Ted too, but I've got one from Ted too, but I don't have it on this PC. Odie has it. It's not on the campaign page, unfortunately. But,
Okay.
But he's good.
Yeah, he's good. But this is, I mean, this is the one everybody's been seeing. So, guys, check out the Xenotype. Check out the animation in here. The one thing I noticed on this is you have a lot of characters that you're introducing. It seems like, and it's just hard to know what to put in a trailer. Like how you want to put so much, but it's like, well, how much can people digest in that amount of time? But guys, check this out. If you haven't seen it, even if you have, take another look at it. Xenotype.
Much better without that.
See, I like a trailer like that. You see the trailer, you see Rob's trailer, and I think Ted did it with my trailer too. It's like, okay, that's cool. What's the featured tier? That's what we want when people look at our trailer. Like, all right, I get it. That's cool. We don't need them to know the whole story, or who the creators are. He was like, okay, that's cool. What's the featured tier? Okay, featured tier right now is the
I currently have it as the Xeno Devil variant. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
It's usually the platinum pack, but I wanted to shed some light onto that because there's only been 4 people that claimed it so far. So I want to try.
I don't think people understand what's going on here. I think that's if we're going to talk frank about it, is if people understood that this is Raging Golden Eagle's character on your cover, this special cover edition, it wouldn't only have 4 people for sure because
he shot out an update and he's been telling people, but just no one seems to be jumping on. It's really confusing to me because I'm thinking this is what people want, right? This is what people want. Like people have said it's fantastic.
Well,
but why did you put it on the 24 page instead of the entire book?
Because it would cost like $40-50 to have it. I'd have to do the manga version or the colored version. So I just thought I'm putting out the first chapter. It's self-contained, like a single floppy. And I looked at Kyle Ritter's thing where he had like 6 different variants of the Starblades thing, and I thought this is all the same issue that people are buying over and over again. And I want to be able to get people cheaper on their shipping. So I'll just do the first chapter, which is a nice self-contained sort of story that sets things up, and people would be more inclined to buy than backing a full book. They could get it if they didn't want to, fork out the extra $10 for shipping, or I think it's like $8. But
and sometimes you have an idea and it works. I mean, sometimes it's just like it's hard to communicate it. But once people understand what it is, as long as it's still in demand and it's available,
yeah, I think people will be more, will drift over a bit when they see it getting colored on his streams and stuff. I think that was a good idea that he had.
Oh yeah, that was a great idea. That's a great idea because people will be like,
oh, I mean, it looks fantastic. It looks absolutely fantastic, and it's great. It's a great offering for folks. You know what I mean? And I've tried to make it as cheap and affordable as possible. I probably could have got a little bit cheaper, but then I was like, I don't want to devalue the character.
No,
and people have warned against that before. So
if anything, you put it on $100 edition and like limit it to 50 or some crazy thing like that.
Yeah.
But see, you have flexibility, and the main thing is you have a relationship with him, and he is such a great guy. I had him on my stream Friday night, and it was fantastic. The guy's great to talk to. We were talking about Soviet brainwashing and all sorts of wild stuff. He's like, because of Yuri Beninoff. I'm like, did you say Yuri Beninoff? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, we got to talk about this now. People don't know who he is, but he's an escaped Russian information agent, like their CIA, their KGB. And he was explaining all this social justice stuff that we're suffering with now. He was explaining it in the late 1980s on interviews, and they have the video interviews, and you can see it's of that era. And they had planned this stuff out a hell of a long time ago. I did a video today. I haven't published it yet. My Secrets of the ComicsGate Network series. Guys, make sure you're subscribed and click the bell for notifications. About how book 2 can be just as successful or more successful than book 1 of any series. Now, I've been talking about College of the Dead. So far, I'm averaging, really like as much as 400% of what I was doing in my first campaign. I don't know if it's going to end up that way or not. We'll see. You never know. But right now, I have 89 backers in 8 days. And last time, it took me 60 days, almost 8 times as much, 7 times as much to get as many backers. So your second book can be just as good or even better than your first book. And a lot of people are criticizing Ethan, of course, and telling him, Quartering was telling him, hey, dude, you're never going to do a $500,000 comic again. It was all just the drama. And these are people that have no understanding of business.
They don't understand the comic book industry or what's going on within the movement. They're people that are looking in as outsiders. They're people that are like, I believe it was Quartering even said, I don't really buy comic books, but I bought Cyberfrog. It's like, great. You think that's everyone? We're an answer to a disenfranchised community, like to an industry that is looking for alternatives, right? We're not
but
just
the whole thing too, that you're right. That's absolutely true. But Ethan has also created this hybrid of entertainment and product in a field that's passionate and, exactly as you said, looking for new, cool comic book related projects within our niche. And Ethan is the biggest force within that, and nobody delivers like he delivers. Like Cecil is hysterical, and I love his content, whatever he's on. I want to get him on my stream. I want to joke around with Cecil. I want to get drunk with Cecil. Vinny is fun. John Malin is really funny, and he's got a great personality. Just nobody does it like Ethan does it in terms of delivering on the entertainment. Then in terms of delivering on the product, a Jay Lee cover, just starting with a Jay Lee cover, and that's not even the best thing about what he's offering.
Yeah, he's the best promoter in comics, bar none.
It just shows you how good he is, because the guy gets paid to promote with super chats and advertising revenue.
Mm-hmm.
Other people are like, how do I spend money on advertising? And you hear this from the anti-CG guys. Well, I got to figure out how to promote my book. I hate being on YouTube. First of all, even if you did hate being on YouTube, should your customers actually know that you hate being on YouTube, Doug Tenaple? Should they feel like you're being forced to interact with them?
I'm guilty of that. I want to be able to interact with my customers, but I hate being on YouTube. Like I want to be able to like I want it to be like a mom and pop store. That's why I love the chat. You know what I mean? But like you get the camera on me, I screw up my pictures, I get all scatterbrained, I get nervous. It's hard. It's
Wait till you
hard.
go back. I'll send you a link. Well,
Yeah,
you'll have
yeah.
the link. I'll send you the video for your rant with the girl with Kate Upton dancing around. Maybe we'll clip that out because it's like that's ultimate Liam.
Thanks.
But
It gets easier though. Like the more streams you do, the easier it gets.
Yeah.
yeah, Liam, I think you're just on. It's the suit. Maybe you're just like uptight sometimes, and you're that guy who says like, "Yeah, I'm terrible at something," and your friends look at you and you're like, "We're not trying to compliment you. You happen to be actually very good at this thing that you say you're bad at." So you just have maybe you have a difference. Maybe you're comparing yourself to like the only guy who's actually the absolute best at this, like Ethan, who can keep every moment. And I watch. He literally goes moment to moment to moment. It's engaging, interesting, and entertaining.
Yeah.
And it's not just it's an observation. It's a discipline. If you listen to his early streams, especially his John Malin interview, the first one they ever did, it's boring. I like both of those guys, but it's hard to listen to. So he's worked at his skill set over time. He's become really good at it.
Well, that's it. It does just take time, like with any sort of skill, but it's just I'm not very spontaneous. Like I'm spontaneous in life. And it's not really my suit so much. I've had other people say that I'm a bit stuck in the suit. It's just kind of, it takes me a little bit to get cool. Like I'm cool with Adam.
Yeah.
I'm cool with Sims. I'm okay with this son of a bitch, I guess, because he's my countryman. But, you know, like when I'm with sort of new people, I'm a little bit like, where can I, because I don't want to be a super edgy boy and alienate people or say the wrong thing. You know what I mean? But just, I'm going to shut up for a while. But guys, the whole, like, why didn't you do the whole book thing, just to answer Sim's thing as well? Like, not just the postage, guys. You've got to realize Xenotype is 8 books. Instead of me going like, oh, here's one book, will you buy that? We did 8. This is 8 books. So it's not like you're getting one and you're not getting a full book. You're still getting a full book. You're just not getting 8 books, right? So I just want that sort of understood by the general audience, because I'm doing this backwards. I'm going, here's the big volume, and then I'm going to release smaller volumes later for a more affordable price to the mainstream market. But these will be collector's items. These are meant to be premium things for just comics.
Doing it that way too, man. Like, it took real big balls doing it that way.
Thank you.
If I started off, I never could have done it that way. I wouldn't have made it. So to make it the way you've done it is very impressive. I'm not just saying that. Like, I barely made it through getting issue 1 funded and finished. So that's 32 pages. I can't imagine putting the amount of pages you're getting together.
It's been a year. It's been over a year of my life. And when I say over a year of my life, I mean every single day.
Yeah.
Getting up, waking up, doing this, figuring out how it's going to work, the logistics, getting everything sorted out. Because I'm like, if I shit the bed on this, this is the end of my career. I've got to go back to the mainstream with my tail between my legs and go back to being an anonymous author. And I do not want to do that.
No,
that's the last thing I want.
It's working so far. You got 44 more days. It's just going to keep building. Everybody likes the project, and that RGE idea was a great idea. And you'll be on his stream. You'll be selling more books on his stream.
And just now I stole a copy, so I'm at 170, and I'm very happy.
Fantastic!
So I'm just gonna, and it was a copy of the RGE cover, so they're gonna love that.
All right, we created some awareness.
Thank you, whoever that was. Thank you very much.
I've got to get stuff ready for the rest of the day.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for having me on. Thank you, everyone that backed while we're live. If you have any questions, just ask me. Honestly, you can find me on Twitter or on YouTube.
Have a good one, Rob. Can't wait to
Everybody,
read the books.
Support Replicator. Let's keep pushing. Retweet it, share it, back it if you got the cash. It's a huge help. Rob, I hope you had fun. It was great having you on.
Always, man. Yeah, I always appreciate coming on anyone's stream, including yours.
Even mine?
Even yours.
Rob appreciates going on anyone's stream, but the most special stream to him is the one that he's on at the moment, including this one.
Yeah, sure.
Appreciate you, Rob. You and Clayton hosted me last night, and that was great for my project.
And that's the thing. Like, you've got to appreciate people using their time to help promote your books. Like, you didn't have to do this. I didn't have to do it.
I had to.
So, you know.
Liam threatened me. He said, hey.
We don't talk about the back rooms things.
Oh, right. The dirty back room things. No, it's true. We all back each other up in not a what way. We take care of it's a community. It's a network, ComicsGate. We support each other. We have some fun doing this too. It's my pleasure. I wasn't going to stream if not. Then I noticed Replicator was ending. I'm like, I keep saying I'm going to stream more because I really want to. I love interacting with the chat. I'm always just super busy. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not. At least it may be too busy for me, but I'm not too busy for Replicator. Let's put it that way. All right, brother. And thanks for bringing your beautiful child to share with us a little bit on stream.
That's what I was about to say. Hey, like, he's a family man. He's got a family. He's doing this to chase his dreams, help them become a reality. Like, all you guys in the chat, we're not just brothers here. It's just not us four. It's all you guys. We're all brothers. We're all in this together. We're all doing our part. Go and tell people about Replicators. Like, share it out. We're grassroots. Help Rob support his family. Get this book out. You'll love it too. We've seen it's got amazing art. He's got a clear story direction. Give him a go. 8 hours to go.
I literally just got a comment from someone saying, finally read my 2 copies of the series the other day and loved how the story appears to be going. The new cover looks nice, so I've gotten the limited edition set. Can't wait for the 3rd part of the story.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. I love getting feedback like that. It's the best.
When are we expecting the fulfillment for this one? Because I bagged the 2 books.
It's all done. I've got to do a final edit on the letters, and then it's waiting for the trading card design to be done, and we're putting a map in. So once those 3 things are done, it's off to the printers and then shipping. So it should be like a month or 2 at the max, I'd say.
Sweet.
Fantastic, brother. Yeah. You have a great day. We will talk to you later. And if Simon is available to do this, and if Liam has a few more minutes, I've never been able to promote. I don't think we ever got around to me promoting Blood Hunt, Simon's book on my stream. So if you guys have a few minutes, and Liam, you always ask amazing questions. Can you give us a minute and ask and talk to us about Blood Hunt? Both of you guys?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if Liam.
Yeah, for sure. Of course.
Okay. Thanks, Liam. Because I don't know
happy to help.
I don't know if you've seen this campaign or not, Liam.
Yeah. I love Blood Hunt.
Okay.
Yeah, we just passed the 8K, getting closer to that 10K. And when we hit 10K, every physical book backer gets a sketch card.
Okay. Awesome. And I know there was a little while Indiegogo was messing around with paying you. There was some issue with out of country bank accounts or something like that. That all got straight.
Yeah, it got straightened out. It took 4 months before I got the money, but it got straightened out.
Wow. So
and now I get my my disbursement.
Do you have any advice for anyone who's outside the U.S. when they're setting up their Indiegogo campaign, like anything special to do with a bank account or anything, so it doesn't happen to them?
Go to your regular bank and ask to open an American bridge account.
American bridge account.
Yes, many of the banks have their version of the bank in the States, and you can open an account there. Or they have some of them have special accounts that you can do business in the States. Yeah.
So in other words, like you may be a Canadian bank or an Australian bank. Generally speaking, unless it's some really tiny bank, they have an office or a branch in the United States.
Yeah, like my bank is called the National Bank here in Canada, right?
Okay.
But in the States, it's called Nat Bank.
Okay. So in the States, it would be a branch of your bank in your country, and it works cleanly with the American system.
Yep.
Like they're just used to doing that stuff. So if you're outside the United States, this is a great question.
And keep in mind that when you're from outside, they also charge you an extra $25 on the transfer fee. Yeah, an extra $25.
Even with the American Bridge?
No, because the American Bridge, that goes directly to your account. Like my first account with Blood Hunt was through my Canadian account, right? So I have to pay that $25 for the next campaign. It's going to be in my U.S. account, and I'm not going to have to pay that. I'm just going to have to pay the regular fee.
And that has been for when you're in demand, every month they give you a little money for whatever you sold the prior month. So that would have been an additional $25 fee every month.
Whoa.
Yeah, every time. Yeah. The other day, I sold one book. Like I didn't have any money in it, right? So I sold one of those books for with the shipping came up to $45, right? And they were just sending me $15, and then the rest of the backing gets added to it. They charge like the regular transaction fee plus $25.
So guys, just think about that. If you're not inside the United States, you're going to do an Indiegogo campaign. Talk to your bank about doing an American Bridge BRIDGE account, and you can Google in advance what an American Bridge account is, you'll get some search results. Save the search result on a list of things to do or whatever. That's what I do with like little notes of things. I have just one like list, and then anyway, it'll be there for you. I'm not saying go to the bank tomorrow. They probably have coronavirus there. Don't go there.
Yeah, but
save
most banks have
search.
an online service you can call and ask.
Oh, all right. So they even have an online service you can ask. So when you're ready, guys, definitely do that. That's very good to let people know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So tell us what the story of Blood Hunt is.
The story of Blood Hunt is the story of an elite assassin that's very well made, right? And he's known internationally as the Reaper. And when we started the story, he's currently working for a family called the Venditti. And he's also secretly dating his daughter.
Not his own daughter.
Whoa, what? I don't remember.
The boss's daughter. Sorry.
Oh, right, right. I was like, whoa,
so he's working for
this is going to some Star. This is going to some Star Wars place.
Pronouns. Okay.
He's secretly dating his boss's daughter. Okay. So upon that, he gets sent to gets sent to his death on a mission that he gets sent to go kill an old man in his sleep. That ends up being an ancient vampire, and when I mean ancient, I mean before mankind. So we're talking about like type of like magical type of creatures.
Sure.
And and when that happens, I'm not gonna say how that happens because by the book
things happen.
But he survives in a way, undead vampire. Anyways, he dies and comes back to.
Yeah, gotcha.
No, I'm just joking. But he discovers that there's another world hidden in plain sight, that there was like a magical veil that was hiding all the supernatural creatures living among us. So
I like the magical veil. That's cool.
So when he's walking down the street, he starts seeing like demon dog walking around. He sees a gargoyle and he's like, oh, fuck this shit. And that's when he turns the corner and he randomly out of nowhere blacks out and kills somebody, feeds off of her. And this is how the story starts. And then starts discovering.
So was he a vampire? Was he a vampire prior
no,
to this
he was
moment?
Human. No, he was human. That's he gets turned when he goes to kill that old man. And then he goes on a path to vengeance because he wants payback.
Do we know who turns him?
Oh, he finds out that it's the big boss sent him there to die. It was like like a ritual, like a payoff type of thing.
But they expected to kill him, but he turned into a vampire.
Yes, and then he goes after his boss.
Okay, cool.
And he's no longer dating the daughter.
But he can't. He's a vampire now, and it's the love of his life, and he can't date her. What, he's gonna turn her, kill her? He just killed somebody out of nowhere in the streets.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So what is his ultimate goal? Just revenge? Does he just want to kill the boss man?
His ultimate goal is to be the ultimate assassin in the world, worldwide, to be known as the Reaper. He wants to be feared. He wants to be known as Death. But he gets betrayed. So, he wants payback. So he goes after his boss. Yeah. And, there's more after that. But
yeah. No, there's nothing wrong. I'm just striking up conversation.
No problem. I'm just letting people know that I'm not spoiling the entire story. It's a 72-page story. And
yeah. So now this guy who's says he needs food, he's actually a demon.
He's a type of gargoyle,
And your guy can see that.
Now, I love that expression in that bottom panel. Like,
yeah.
What the fuck?
What is up? And then there's this chick.
Yeah.
And she turns into a chick sandwich. Does he create vampires too, or is he just killing people?
He could create them, but he doesn't.
He doesn't.
So that's why there in that scene he burns the body and leaves the purse and her phone there so people can identify her because she was innocent. Because he was an assassin because with a code, so he doesn't kill people.
Imagine how much it would screw up your life if like all the things we're dealing with, and then like you're going to do your job, you wind up getting killed. Now you're a freaking vampire, and you're like, wait a minute, you got a whole new thing to deal with.
So, this is a killer that gets turned into a vampire and kills people for money. He's not a vampire killer. He doesn't go on a hunt. He just refuses to feed on human and decides to feed on vampires and other supernatural creatures.
Very violent and fun.
Because every time he feeds off of one of them, he gets a higher boost of energy in a way. And he learns abilities, memories. Yeah.
Cool.
Wow. brains shooting out all over the place.
Lots of great visuals, a lot of like classic ultra-violent anime stuff from back in the day, like a lot of really cool perspective and use of angles, strong line art. Blood Hunt's is a great project. I feel it was sort of overshadowed and overlooked by a lot of people within the community that probably would really enjoy the book if they took the time to really read it, get to know it better.
That's good. Once this ships, then people will be showing pictures of it. And then there'll be the next book, I mean, that's how this game works. People start to be like, "Oh, what was that book?" Well, you know what? Hopefully it's still in demand from Sim at that time, and they can get it.
Exactly. And there's no pussying around. Like, he doesn't hold back. He just puts his heart and soul into the page and writes what he feels is the right thing for his story.
And it's not going to stay in demand after the end of the month. It's closing at the end of the month because this is an exclusive edition.
Okay.
It's not getting reprinted. But I am planning on launching a colored edition eventually.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, I have to think about that for College of the Dead Book 1 as well now too. People see color, it comes out good. They want it, and you have several other projects coming up. So guys, follow Simon on. What's your Twitter, Simon?
Simon Sympathy.
Okay, so look for that. You can put Blood Hunt in Twitter as well, and you'll find him, I'm sure. And definitely follow him on Twitter, and you'll see. He's got a lot of cool campaigns come out. I'm always retweeting Simon's stuff. He's always retweeting mine. So we always see that stuff. You already made this $5,000 stretch goal.
Yep.
All right. So backers randomly selected to be in the variant wraparound cover, and everyone's getting a print of a new exclusive illustration. And Vincent's business card. I like when people include business cards and cool stuff like that.
Yeah, I think a business card is cooler than a bookmark.
Trading card. Oh yeah, a business card. Yeah, definitely cooler than a bookmark and very affordable.
Especially for like an assassin, you know what I mean? Like,
you put assassin. Do you get business cards made that say assassin on them, Simon?
Professional assassin.
It's like it's you'll see when you get it.
Okay, very cool. $7,000, 4 extra pages of story, which we already made that call.
That's when we went to 68 page. Yep.
Nice. And now at $10,000, every backer is going to get of the physical Blood Hunt tier will get a sketch card added to their perk. It's a lot of sketch cards. 4 extra pages of extra bonus content.
Those 4 pages are already added. I'm drawing them right now.
Couldn't resist it.
No, I wanted them in the final action scene.
Gotcha. All right. And then Blood Hunt could go black and red. I hope that so you'll finish this soon. You'll get it done. I've seen people offer on campaigns like where they'll make a big substantial change to the book, and that always makes me nervous because not for you, but your changes are not extreme. Like adding red to this wouldn't even be all that time consuming, I'm sure. No. But I've seen sometimes like Wenger did it with Super Harem. He offered to do it full color if he hit a certain goal. He hit that goal, he's getting the book colored. But I just colored 48 pages of College of the Dead. It's not for graduation day. It's not trivial to color those pages. It's just like there's money involved, but there's also just a time of overseeing it and just making it right. And then you make this change. It's a lot of extra work. So it's always good to be careful with stretch goals. And you obviously know the game and you know the community. And you also have books coming up in CG Jumpstart.
Yep, I got 3 projects coming to CG Jumpstart. I got Crash Course, the launch of Not the Merc, the new book, the new series, and a little funny skit in the funny section called Meme Police.
Meme Police. We'll all remember the Meme Police forever. God bless them.
Yeah, and that just keeps becoming more and more relevant, doesn't it?
Yep.
It's gotten more and more ridiculous. I mean, it's absolutely outrageous.
And you'll see, I went full like a sketchy mode. Like, remember those old little comic books that we used to have in 2080 that was just little skits of 3 page that were just drawn really quickly, sketchy, very cartoony.
Rod 10's always around too. He's coming up in the world. He's got a great YouTube channel to follow too. Skits has got a new comic coming out soon. Hail Adam Post.
Yep.
Liam Gray. Yep. We are like
Skits
a single entity now.
That's it.
Yeah. Skits comic is going to be fantastic.
We're the Curtain Brothers. You are red and I am blue.
Ah, yeah, we are the Curtain Brothers. I forgot that today. I don't know why.
We are the Curtain Brothers. We get along like no others. So
there you have it.
Thanks for the shout out, Skits. It's good to see you here, man. It's good to see you.
Pleasure. We got some great people, guys. We're really fortunate to have people like you guys in ComicsGate. taking time with us on the streams, having fun with us. I think I was very silly at the beginning of the stream. I'll have to go back and listen to it because I usually crack myself up when I go back and look at my old stuff. Like, what the hell's going on with that guy? But you know what? Times have never been better for ComicsGate. They keep getting better. Everybody is welcome. I did a video recently on how to get started if you're a creator and you want to network with ComicsGate on just using Twitter. It's free. Even if you're not a technical person. I had a friend tell me that like a month ago, and now he's like, oh, this is so awesome. You know, like Twitter is great. I've met so many people doing it that way. And you can get as involved or not. You're not on camera with Twitter, so there's no stress with that. So really, just take a look at the video, Secrets of a ComicsGate Network. I'm going to have another one up soon. And that's another good way to kind of understand how we're working together with ComicsGate and what the opportunity is if you're a creator or if you just love comics and you kind of want to be involved with a creative community, or if you're an artist and you're like, hey, people actually hang out and help each other out and like socialize over YouTube. And you're like, yeah, we do. We're all cool. We're all having a good time. There's a little bit of drama, but it's only with the people that are jealous of this success.
Yeah, for sure. Totally.
Yep.
And this is where it's at. We're the Cool Kids Club, and you can join too. No one's going to gatekeep you out. No one's going to balk you out. Just don't be an asshole. Get into ComicsGate. If you're not a creative, put down your dollar. Have some fun. Let us entertain you. This will be an amazing opportunity for you going forward. This is where the true fandom is. We're the pop culture zeitgeist. We're the future. We're ComicsGate.
Yep.
$10 million in 2020, boys and girls.
And keep in mind, this is all about having fun. So don't take yourself too goddamn seriously. Have fun. Enjoy yourself.
For sure.
Know, have fun with people. Concentrate on books.
All right, boys. I'm going to have to take off, though, at that point.
Yep. We're wrapping it, brother.
And
Liam,
also,
thanks for all the help
Vinny's
tonight.
got his thing, so I've got to get over there. I've got to have time to do some stuff beforehand. So
yep, wrap it up.
Thank you very much for having me. Go check out Xenotype. We're at 170 backers. Love you guys. Hope to get to know all of you. Stay awesome to one another.
Thanks, Liam. We appreciate you, brother. Vinny has a stream tonight at 10 o'clock EST, 10 p.m. Vinny and me are from the East Coast, so we figure like all you guys should know that when we say it's a certain time, we mean East Coast. That's the way it is. But we mean EST. So be there for Vin. Vinny says back these books, but what he really means is back College of the Dead and Blood Hunt and Replicator. This is all about Replicator and Liam's awesome new book, Xenotype, 200 pages, maybe the biggest book in ComicsGate. We'll see. We'll see. It's got to ship first. It's not nothing till it ships. I mean, that's the way the game is. EDT. Yeah, technically it's EDT because of time zone issues. So whatever, 10 EST. So be on Vinny's channel.
It's
EST.
EST, yeah.
There's Eastern Daylight Time. It's just, it's EDT. All right, you guys, it's true. And Through the Woods hardcover. We forgot Vinny because he wasn't here. He was here, but he's not here now. But he's here in spirit in the chat. That's the spirit of Vinny Art. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. I'd love to keep going. A couple things need to get done as well. Great being with you. I will see you soon. If I don't see you, I will miss you. Sub to the channel and click the bell for notifications. Good night, everybody. Thanks again, Sim.
It was a pleasure.